The fourth age, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. So there have been really 3 times in the past in human history that technology has redefined humanity. The first age was 100,000 years ago, and we harnessed fire. And that fundamentally rechanged how humans were able to do things. We were suddenly able to cook food, which allowed us to create different diets, which allowed us to not have to move around and continue to hunt and gather. 10,000 years ago, we developed agriculture. And that developed cities in warfare. Without agriculture, we weren't able to have cities. And once you have cities, you have the need to transport between cities. 5,000 years ago, we invented the wheel in writing. Writing led to the creation of law systems that we actually wrote down and were able to pass through to different generations. And with the creating of that, you need lawyers, so it created jobs like lawyers. And before we had technologies like writing and the wheel, we never could have imagined what kind of jobs and what kind of work would be created in that time. But as soon as those technologies are available, we create infinitely many new jobs. A question answered only leads to 2 new questions. So, in my mind, we're now in the fourth age. And the fourth age is being brought on by 2 technologies, artificial intelligence and automation. So it's creating new jobs in ways that we can't even imagine yet. It's still being brought to us. Alexa's been out for 4 years. Thank you for listening.
You bet.
And it's only going to continue to improve. Right now, the market share is continuing to grow at 100% every single year. So last year, if you would have asked how many people had an Alexa, how many of you got your first Alexa device within the last year? Okay, so 3 out of that. Like, it's growing at a crazy rate right now. And you think about it, just want to make sure I'm on track. Changes how we interact with things. Like older generations, less likely to buy it. Younger generations were born into households where people are already, your parents are already talking to Alexa devices before you know how to speak. Think about it. You guys are on the cusp of millennials in a generation where we were born knowing what cell phones were and knowing that at any second you can call someone anywhere else in the world. People are being born in a voice, and I really want to make sure I'm speaking through this for Mike. So right now, 19.7, 20% of all US adults have Alexas. I think that's going to affect how people communicate, how people think about interactions in general. Big thing I want to bring up is automation and artificial intelligence. A lot of people are afraid that it's going to steal all the jobs and make it like, totally different. But the thing about humans, we're really good at creating new things to just make everything a little bit better. And as long as we're able to make things a little bit better, you've created a new job for yourself. You've created new work for other people. So as long as we stay curious, you guys here in global media are doing a lot of awesome design stuff. You can continue to like make new jobs for people.